Next, the Colts go for the sweep over the Jags as they battle in the final regular season game for the third straight year. But Indy hasn't won in Jacksonville since 2014. Will this be the year the sun shines on the Colts?
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits Landry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Frank Reich not so sure about that. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their...
And got his man, complete! Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium.
So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. From the 25 on second down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. And oh, he coughed it up. Marvin Jones. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Flush to his right. First down and more for Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Jackson on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Here's Robinson again on second down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Jackson from the shotgun. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Robinson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A handoff for Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times.
You know, all the way back in September, we began the regular season with a rough idea of what to expect from the new 18-week schedule. But no one, I mean no one, could have imagined we'd see the Jags